Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is Tony Polaris. Got an update for you on the Polaris 570 Sportsman SP Touring. Got something new in the mail today. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Polaris out of the shed, and I'll try and walk you guys through the install of this. It is the rear Polaris brush guard, and it's been out of stock for a while, so I'm glad to get it. We'll get it installed. I'll be back with y'all in a bit. So I'm gonna install the rear brush guard this morning on the Polaris 570 Sportsman Touring, and the goal is to just keep it real, show you guys exactly what I go through to get it on, give you an idea of how long it takes and how difficult it is. So let me go grab it and then I'll get started. So here's what it looks like after you open the box that it's delivered in. It's got bubble wrap around it, which protects it pretty good. Looks pretty straightforward. There's not much in here, just the brush guard, and then you get looks like some instructions and some mounting hardware. So it comes with these 4 self-tapping screws and the instructions, which are very simple, so it shouldn't take long at all to get this thing installed. The 4 screws, I'm doing it by myself, so it may be a little more challenging to try to hold it and put the screws in, but I can tell you right off the bat, you should not use an impact drill to fully tighten. You may want to use one just to get them started, but I would highly recommend hand tightening these things, because if you strip the hole, then you got a bigger problem that you got to deal with. So listen, I'm doing this by myself, and it's difficult to hold the camera, which I don't have a real extravagant setup. It's called an iPhone. And I'm trying to hold this brush guard up so I can get these self-tapping screws in. So what I did was I grabbed my quick grip mini bar clamps, and I'm basically just using those to hold it in place so I can get those screws in, or at least get one screw in. So now that I got the first screw in, this one here, I'm gonna leave that quick bar clamp there until I get the other screw in over here, and then I'll just remove the clamp and put the other 2 screws in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this last screw in, and I am using my impact, but I'm using it just to get these screws started, and once I get it in, I'll tighten it up snugly by hand. So I'll go ahead and finish that off by hand now. So I'm not sure how many of you noticed the stupid ass mistake I made. I opened the rear storage compartment, and the way this damn bumper's designed, if you leave that door open, you can't get it back closed after you put your brush guard on. So I thought I had a great idea by using those damn clamps to hold it in place, but looks like that backfired. So now I gotta take the whole damn thing apart again. And I guess one thing's good, the screws have already been self-tapped once, so they should go in easily and I don't have to struggle so much. But don't make that mistake. So listen, one of the things that I am very skeptical of is the fact that these are self-tapping screws, and once this thing threads, there's not a lot of thread, in my opinion. I know you probably can't see that, but there's not a lot of threads to hold that thing on. And the last damn thing you want is when you're out there in the trails and you're riding, that damn bumper or brush guard falls off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the blue Loctite on this thing. hopefully that'll give me a little extra strength and keep that thing on while I'm riding. It is definitely easier, or it was easier, to put a couple of these screws in once they had been self-tapped. I put that blue Loctite on, and I can practically screw them in by hand just to get them started, and it was not as difficult to do it the second go round. But I'll still use the impact just to go ahead and get them partially in, partway in, and then I'll go ahead and finish it off by hand. But not very difficult. All in all, the install probably took me about 15 minutes. And you know, probably if you had somebody helping you, you can knock this thing out in 10 minutes easily. If you had everything you needed, your Loctite, your drill, your 13mm socket, you could knock this thing out probably in 10 minutes. Very simple. Talk to y'all later.